Picture a masterpiece, a canvas incredibly rich with color, texture, and intricate detail. Now, watch that canvas slowly dissolve. The sharp lines blur out, those vibrant colors bleed down into a flat gray, until literally nothing is left but pure, chaotic static. It feels like a total irreversible loss of information, right? But what if we run time backward? What if we could coax that pure noise to slowly, miraculously coalesce right back into beautiful, structured art? Well, this magical reversal of time isn't science fiction. It's the brilliant, entirely optimistic reality operating under the hood of modern generative AI.
So you have to ask, how exactly do you pull a masterpiece out of the noise? When we talk about finding order in chaos here, we aren't talking about memorization, and we're definitely not talking about magic. We're talking about a highly structured mathematical process. It's about deeply understanding exactly how things fall apart so that we can calculate the precise path to put them back together. And really, this sets the perfect stage for the true engine of diffusion models, a system that fundamentally redefines how we create structure from absolute scratch.
Section 1. Mathematics at Scale. Stochastic Dynamics. Looking at the landscape as of July 2026, these incredible models generating our imagery and sound aren't just parlor tricks. They're built on rigorous stochastic differential equations that map out data step by step, turning chaos into an ordered reality.
To really grasp how this works, we have to start with the foundational concept, overdamped Langevin diffusion. Think of a physical landscape made of rolling hills and really deep valleys. In this space, we have a continuous time process where a specific drift force is constantly pulling data downward. It wants to go to the deepest valleys because that's where the highest density of our target information lives. But if it only pulled downward, everything would just collapse into a single boring point. So this pulling force is gracefully balanced by Brownian motion. It's a calculated, smoothing spread of random noise that ensures the entire landscape is explored fairly and completely.
Now, what's genuinely beautiful about this is how mathematically perfect this continuous balancing act actually is. As Jianfeng Liu outlines in his July 2026 mathematical introduction to the topic, the continuous time process reduces KL error exponentially. Kullback-Leibler, or KL divergence, is basically our mathematical measure of error. It tells us how far off our generated static is from the true original data. Under the ideal continuous flow of Langevin dynamics, this error doesn't just drop, it smoothly, exponentially dissolves away. It's a mathematical guarantee that we're always moving closer to the true target distribution.
Section 2. The compass in the mist. Tweedie's identity. Because a model doesn't just have a target handed to it on a silver platter, it actually has to learn how to navigate backward through all this mathematical noise.
So how does it know which way is home when everything is completely blurred? The answer lies in Tweedie's identity. Imagine that the forward process of adding noise is like wandering into a dense, totally disorienting fog. You can't see the masterpiece anymore. Tweedie's identity gives us a grounded mathematical compass. It introduces a concept called the score, which is the gradient of the log density. In plain English, it's the mathematical slope pointing toward higher probabilities. When you're dropped into the absolute thickest part of the fog, this score acts as your compass needle, pointing directly toward the highest concentration of the original clean data.
This perfectly illustrates the dual nature of diffusion. Forward noising is pure entropy. We're continuously adding Gaussian noise, washing out details, blurring the image until only static remains. Reverse diffusion, on the other hand, is the restoration. It takes that score from Tweedie's identity to power a calculated reverse time dynamic. It acts as this illuminating engine, constantly checking the compass to step out of the fog and back into perfect clarity.
We can also look at this through the lens of Polchinski flow, which introduces a great analogy. Think of a sculptor. When a sculptor faces a raw block of stone, they don't start by carving the eyelashes, right? The sharp edges of all that microscopic data would be completely overwhelming. Instead, Gaussian smoothing washes away those fine details first. It leaves a broad, coarse-grained effective potential, basically the general shape of the statue. By smoothing the data forward, the model easily finds those broad shapes, which allows us to eventually carve the fine, microscopic details backward.
As noted in the foundational text, forward noising integrates out microscopic information. It elegantly averages out those tiny microscopic features into a coarse-grained law. This actually mirrors a renormalization group in physics, which is a method for studying how systems change when you zoom out across different scales. By zooming out and blurring the fine details, the system constructs a highly robust, simplified map of the universe it's trying to recreate.
Section 3. Discrete steps. The cost of computation.
And here's where we hit the friction between elegant, continuous mathematics and the jagged reality of computer algorithms.
Computers simply can't calculate continuous time. They have to operate in discrete, jagged steps. Enter the unadjusted Langevin algorithm, or ULA. To put our continuous theory into a machine, ULA uses Euler-Maruyama discretization. It's a standard way to chop continuous time into computable pieces. ULA takes that smooth, continuous curve of our compass score and freezes it, taking a straight, computable step forward before it checks the compass again. But because it has to freeze a beautifully curved path into a rigid straight line, ULA inherently introduces a local discretization error. It builds in a tiny bias with every single step, which means its final destination is always going to be just slightly off-center from the true target.
So, the absolutely crucial question is, how do we remove that bias? This honest trade-off is solved by the metropolis-adjusted Langevin algorithm, MALA. While EULA relies on discrete steps with that inherent bias, MALA introduces a precise density ratio check. After proposing a step, MALA actually pauses. It calculates an accept-reject correction, basically asking, wait, does this specific step mathematically belong to our exact target distribution? If yes, it accepts. If no, it rejects. This brilliance completely removes the discretization bias, as long as the system can satisfy certain structural assumptions, and we give it a proper warm start.
And the efficiency of setting up that warm start is phenomenal. By using kinetic Langevin dynamics to prepare the initial state, high-accuracy sampling scales gracefully with the square root of the dimension. This is a huge victory for machines dealing with incredibly complex, high-dimensional spaces, like modern high-res imagery or audio. To put that in perspective, it means our computational cost stays remarkably controlled even as the richness and size of the data exponentially expands.
Section 4. Math and Machines. Practical Models. All right, we've got the theory, the compass, and a solid grasp of discrete computing steps. Now let's bridge that gap and translate this dense theory into functional machines.
Up until now, we've been discussing systems that inject fresh random noise to find their way back. But there's another path entirely. The probability flow ordinary differential equation, or ODE. This approach completely replaces the Brownian randomness of a reverse stochastic process with a purely deterministic transport field. It essentially builds a solid, predictable bridge from the noise back to the data. It perfectly preserves the marginal densities at every single step, allowing for incredibly precise likelihood computations without needing any injected chaos whatsoever.
This grounds our practical application beautifully. Diffusion isn't just blindly memorizing a forward path so it can walk it backward. As the source material specifies, the score records the Bayes correction encoded by the noisy data distribution. At every single discrete step, the machine is calculating an optimal Bayes correction. It's making a highly educated inference, bridging the noisy observation right in front of it with the pristine, clean signal it aims to reach. And we can actually mathematically guarantee the limits of this process by tracking a global error timeline. First, you've got initialization error, from stopping our forward noising slightly early. Then the statistical score error, which accounts for tiny imperfections in our learned compass. And finally, the discretization kernel error, from taking those jagged discrete steps. By using KL telescoping, which is a way of mathematically stacking and measuring these errors step by step, we can accumulate and firmly bound every single miscalculation along the entire path. It proves exactly how close our generated data is to reality.
Section 5. Order from the noise, reversing entropy. As we step back and look at the entire landscape of this technology, the philosophical implications are, frankly, staggering.
We've essentially engineered a way to reliably mathematically reverse entropy. We have built restorative mechanisms that find perfect, beautiful signal inside pure static. It leaves us with a lingering thought, navigating a mathematically sound path backward through noise to uncover structure and beauty. Isn't that a mirror for intelligence itself? Finding the masterpiece hidden inside the chaos is no longer just a metaphor. It is a computable, incredibly optimistic reality.
Please note this explainer is AI generated with Notebook LM, drawn from A Mathematical Introduction to Diffusion Models by Jin-Fang Liu. Informational only, not advice. If you've been enjoying the journey, like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.